Most people who are not aware of military jargon heard the term 5th generation fighter in that movie Top Gun Maverick for the first time. Tom Cruise taking on 5th generation Su-57s with his 4th generation F-14 Tomcat. Fighter jets are classified into generations. Chinese have their own classification system for easy identification about which era they are from and the technologies that they possess. Hello and welcome to Fighter Jet News. Please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get the latest updates from the channel. The first generation jets were introduced between the decades of mid-1940s to mid-1950s. These fighter jets included the likes of Me-262, F-86 Sabre, MiG-15 and MiG-17. They had basic avionics systems with no radar or self-protection countermeasures, and were armed with machine guns or cannons, as well as unguided bombs and rockets. The second generation jets were introduced between the decades of mid-1950s to early 1960s. These jets included F-104, F-5, MiG-19 and MiG-21. These fighters introduced air-to-air radar, infrared and semi-active guided missiles, as well as radar warning receivers. The third generation jets were introduced between the decades of 1960s to 1970s. These jets included MiG-23, F-4 Phantom, Saab 37 Viggen, and Mirage 3. This generation witnessed improvements in maneuverability and significant enhancements to the avionics suites and weapon systems. The fourth generation jets were introduced between the decades of 1970s to 1980s. These jets included MiG-29, Su-27, F-14 Tomcat, F-15 Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, F-A-18 Hornet, and Mirage 2000. The improvements included avionics such as heads-up displays and optimized aerodynamic design with fly-by-wire flight control systems. The 4.5 generation jets were introduced between the decades of 1980s to 2010s. Instead of going for a new design, improvements in the existing 4th generation fighters were made as cost-cutting measures, with the addition of radar-absorbent materials, thrust-vectored controlled engines, greater weapons carriage capacity, and addition of an active electronically scanned array AESA radar. Fighters of this generation include Eurofighter Typhoon, JAS-39 Gripen, Dassault Rafale, Su-35, F-15EX, F-16 Block 70-72, J-10C and latest blocks of JF-17 and LCA Teja. Though the 5th generation F-117 was introduced in the late 1980s, it was a bomber, so it doesn't fall in the category of fighter jets. In 2005, the F-22 Raptor was introduced and is the world's first 5th generation fighter jet. Stealth is the basic requirement for 5th generation, combined with supercruise and advanced avionics. A 5th generation aircraft allows the pilot to maintain decision superiority over an adversary and is a force multiplier. This provides greater chances of survivability. Up till now, only a handful of countries have launched or are working on 5th generation fighter jet programs. They include F-22 and F-35 by the USA, Su-57 and Su-75 by Russia, J-20 and J-35 by China, KF-21 Borame by South Korea, Khan by Turkey, and AMCA by India. Different countries assign different capabilities to 6th generation aircraft and will design around this understanding. A few of these include manned and unmanned teaming, including an unmanned wingman, greatly enhanced data acquisition and data control, replacement of electronics with photonics, and extensive use of EW resistance fiber optics, enhanced stealth compared to 5th generation aircraft. 3 6th generation programs are currently underway. The 6th generation Tempest Future Combat Air System FCAS program began in 2021. Team Tempest is headed by BAE Systems of the UK and is joined by Italy, Sweden, and Japan in the development. Team Tempest expects the demonstrator to become operational by 2027. The 6th generation aircraft will come into service in 2035. A few of Tempest features will include open and adaptable physical architecture, composite materials and additives to allow for operations at higher temperatures, interactive cockpit displays operating through augmented reality and virtual reality. The Future Combat Air System FCAS program started in 2018 as part of the European Union Defence Integration Project. The FCAS is expected to replace the Rafales of France and Eurofighter Typhoons of Germany and Spain. A few FCAS features will include artificial intelligence integration and the ability to launch from an aircraft carrier. The US Next Generation Air Dominance Programs NGAD are 2 concurrent and identically named 6th generation programs. Penetrating Counter-Air PCA by the US Air Force and FAXX by US Navy. The PCA will replace the F-22 Raptor, while the FAXX will replace the FA-18 Hornet. A few NGAD features will include significantly extended range for Pacific operations, open architecture for similar reasons to Tempest, incorporating extreme long-range weapons such as the AIM-260, a joint advanced tactical missile, and hypersonic munitions, carrier capabilities for the FAXX,